I would like to introduce a bit about yourself and your business.
Thanks, Ken. My business is Shergard. It's a digital management platform for horse training businesses in Ireland, the UK, and France.
Ah, wow! So you already explored. You get the customers in UK and France as well.
Yeah, that's right. So I've talked to over 100 horse trainers in Ireland and the UK.
Wow.
And there's a clear interest in moving from the manual systems that are in place right now to a digital comprehensive platform that's mobile and includes all the team. So right now I'm onboarding new customers onto the platform, and it's still in its early stages. It's the MVP. So there's a lot more work to be done to build on the features.
What's the biggest advantage for your current product compared to the previous traditional one?
Sure. So really it's the way it's designed. It's built from the ground up and it's designed in a very intuitive way. So when a trainer or any employee makes one input into Shergard, they get 3 or 4 key metrics back into the system where it needs to be. Whereas like right now, trainers have to make multiple inputs into the same input into multiple systems and different systems. So this system, Shergard, is saving them a lot of time, but also it's enabling all of the team to make inputs, and that there's real-time data available and it's in the place where it needs to be. So it's saving a lot of time and it's eradicating a lot of mistakes and a lot of things that have been forgotten to be recorded. Because right now, there's kind of a 50-50 percentage of trainers who are using manual processes. So they're still using diaries, notebooks, instructions are left on whiteboards. They have a medical register book for compliance for the racing authorities. They also have to use another system for race entries and declarations. And a lot of information is getting lost and a lot of time is lost
Exactly.
because of this. It's like the dark ages. So there's a lot of interest and a lot of pull for a comprehensive digital management platform that's mobile.
Yeah, so your platform can have integrate data saved and also save lots of time and effort for the users. Yeah, that's great. And may I know a bit about your spiritual journey? How did you get inspired to decide to start this project and then work on that for full time and even spend lots of funding on that?
Well, I grew up in a stud farm in Ireland.
Oh, wow.
Actually, Ireland's oldest stud farm. Wow. And so I've been immersed in the equine industry all of my life. And I've always been involved with the business and very interested in business. And I studied commerce in NUIG in Galway. Yeah. And I joined a company doing marketing, and it was a software company actually bringing farmers into the digital age.
Wow.
So digitizing all of their paperwork, their compliance, all of the information for dairy herds and for beef herds in Ireland, and that was no easy feat to help people change their way of doing things. They're so used to the paperwork, and so it was great to be a part of that team and to see. Be a part of that movement, and now nearly all farmers are digital, and in the more recent years I got the opportunity to ride out at a champion race trainer's yard, and it was there that I saw like all of the work that goes on to manage all of these race horses, and they have a great team there, and there was just so much paperwork, and so much everything was like word of mouth and notes, and I just realized that it was very old-fashioned, and that they could actually save so much time and energy on the paperwork if they had a software for it, and that's when I got inspired to build Shergard.
Wow! So to make the workload more intelligent and and more smart and save lots of time for thousands of users or even millions of users. Yeah, that's really cool. And you told me that you have worked for a digital company for farmers. And may I know, so what are the working experience you've learned which can help you, which actually help you a lot while doing your own projects?
Yeah, well, when I worked with AgriNet, I got to take charge of the marketing and to actually see where the marketing resonates for AgriNet. Really, the marketing was resonating with younger generations because they didn't want to take over all of the hardship of the paperwork and all of the hassle.
Yeah.
So they were the people that were very that were very interested in actually changing over to software. And with them, I also got to do a lot of cool projects, doing videos like these with farmers and showcasing the software and going out to farmers that are using the software, and also just learning about their herd and how they take care of their farm and their animals. So we did a series, George Goes Dairy Farming series, which was a great success. And then we also did like lots of other marketing with media companies. And really the CEO and founder of that company was like absolutely amazing, total fanatic about the software and helping farmers. He really wanted to help farmers to be as productive as they can be. And he left no stone unturned in the software. So he was a very inspiring person to work with as well, seeing that level of really care about the project.
Yeah.
And once really it started to take off, it was very nice. It was a lot of people then were referring each other, and it was great. So I learned a lot at that company.
Yeah, so you can feel the passion and the desires that he really wants to help, and he wants to create the project that helps people, and then you get heart touched. So at the end you decided to so that is the things that you learned a lot from to your own startup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what makes you make the final decision to quit your job and full-time focus on the current project?
Well, this program I'm doing is New Frontiers, phase 2. And with the program, it is a full-time program.
Yeah.
And I had put off applying for the program 2 years ago because I was really enjoying my job. I was doing marketing for a very exciting company, and we were doing a lot of really cool projects and going to great tech events. And I was really enjoying the marketing projects that we were doing. So I held on to my job as long as I could while Shergard was being built, while the software was actually being built, because I'm not a software developer. So there was only so much I could do with help with the coding. So I was able to manage my job and also Shergard after my job. So I did that for a long time until this course came around again last October. And Shergard at this point, the MVP was very nearly ready. So it was time to put all of my time and focus into Shergard and go for it. So yeah, it was, the huge influence was the program, but also the stars kind of aligned, you could say.
Yeah. So I think you are brave to focus on that. And how do you spell Shergard?
It's Shergard, and it's inspired by Shergard, a famous racehorse that won 3 very prestigious races: the Irish Derby, the English Derby, and the Oaks.
Yeah.
So it's named after him. He's a very well-loved horse here in Ireland and across the world. So it's named after him.
Yeah, that's a really nice name. So you also get the inspiration as soon as you start the things, you know the name, and also resources will automatically come and get the solutions. And also you made the MVP through outsourcing. So may I know that? How long they take for the outsourcing team to complete the current project?
It took approximately 18 months. I think if I remember correctly.
Wow.
So I started with designing wireframes, and I spent a long time actually looking for the right company to build Shergard with.
Wow.
And then once we started building them, we worked more on the design, and we spent a few months just doing the design to make sure it's intuitive, because really like the the main thing has always, there's been a few things, but that it's centered around the horse and that it's easy to use and that it's intuitive, so that you don't have to go back and forth doing the same thing multiple times. That when you record one piece of information, all aspects of that event or transaction is recorded in the places where it needs to be recorded. So we spent a lot of time getting the design right, and then we moved on to the build. And there's a lot of live information on Shergard as well. We've got some built-in APIs as well, and you can export data from it as well. Really it was always just making sure that was very, very simple and intuitive. So we took our time building it to get it right.
Yeah, exactly. Intuitive. So that's the users automatically they will know how to use that. Yeah, just like those mobile phones nowadays, no one read the user menu.
Yeah.
Just by intuition, they know how to do. Yeah. And for like if there are some of the startup they want to outsource to make the projects, and what are the advice you can give them to find a good outsourcing team, and how is the behave and performance of the excellent like outsource developers?
Yeah, they're great. They're a London-based team, and they're very passionate about what they do. They're very proud of the work that they produce.
Yeah.
They were the perfect fit for Shergard. And yeah, I can only have great things to say about them. They're absolutely brilliant people, and they're just so passionate about what they do. They strive for perfection. So
yeah, and also for the communication, is there like you finalize the paper, the document requirements, you send it to them, or they understand, they perceived your demands based on the meetings, and then they made the paper to you?
There was a lot of back and forth. So I had a lot of information written to explain the different features and to explain the overall idea, what I'm trying to achieve. So I had a lot of information written down, and then we also had meetings as well. To talk more about that, and then they would come back to me with their ideas, and we would talk some more. So there was a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, I think it's better to plan everything well perfectly and then do the action. Yeah, so then no need to repeat and then overdo the lots of stuff. And how long the forward and backwards took? Like 1 month or?
Oh, it took maybe 1 month or two. Like yeah, every week we would talk. So it was an ongoing process.
Yeah.
There not much time really passed by that we didn't talk to each other weekly.
Yeah, and then later after the 1-2 months was done, and in the rest of the 18 months, like did they like did you, how often you contact later to see the progress?
Yeah, we talked nearly every week, really. We kept in tabs with each other all the time. But there were times where they would hand it over to me to do some like a prototype kind of testing.
Yeah.
And things like that. But I think it took in around 18 months to build the MVP. Yeah. 18 months. Yeah. And like, I mean, I did add on a few new features that prolonged it, so maybe it could have been quicker, but things kind of escalated with a few features. So the scope did actually get bigger as time went by. So
yeah, I think time will tell. It is worth. Yeah, and then lastly, may I know that so far, for the past 1.5 years, you start this project. Well, is 2 years or 1.5? 2
years now, since the build started in November of 2023.
Yeah, so for the past 2 years, you have doing so far. So what are the biggest experience or the things you learned?
Okay, I've learned that I probably shouldn't get so ahead of myself with the features, because I probably could have went to market sooner if I hadn't added on new features onto the product. I've also learned that it's better to over-explain something than to under-explain something. Sometimes I thought that I'd explained something really well, and actually I could have given even more information. So I think like working with the developers, that it's okay to send big explanations so that they definitely understand, because sometimes things can be misinterpreted. So I would probably even give more information than I did. I suppose it's also been key to have 2 horse trainers on the team for their opinion and their feedback. Two horse trainers in particular have been like key to success with Shergard, just in the way of like things like the way certain aspects of information are presented, that it makes sense to their eye, that they want to see certain information first and then another piece of information. So just actually even just having information laid out in a certain way has been very helpful to understand what horse trainers want to see. So
so first is that like it's better that you have a horse trainer in your team, so then you can have the feedback and you can have the stuff, right? And then second is that it's better to I can't say it's better. I think either way is better. So if you have second chance, you will explain each detail to the developers.
Yeah.
That is also what I heard, because if you have the excellent, suppose you are the excellent project manager, so for the requirements on the PDF or on the documents writing, as soon as you send to them, you don't need to explain a single extra word. That would be, and then people just do the work and send it to you. That's smooth. That's smooth. Yeah, and that's also whatever I have learned, because sometimes the developers, they may not actually understand. They thought they understand, but it's maybe not whatever in our mind.
Yeah, not exactly the same thing. Because there's many ways to go to a place.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going for a drive somewhere, there's a lot of ways you can go.
Yeah.
So it's important just to be direct about A to B.
Yeah, that's why we need to be direct, and also to mention each details very precisely, and to over explain whatever. But I think to the investors or to the sales is a different story. Maybe it's better to explain less. Just move straight to their pain points. Okay, they are done. Yeah, and also as you said, the horse trainer. I think so far you already done very wonderful job. You had you already have the testing users.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and are they like the strangers in the previously, or they were like contacts through your friends?
Some of them are people that I know or know of, and then some of them I just rang, totally cold call, and it was all market validation. So every day I would like make a goal to ring at least 5 trainers. And I didn't know, if how the phone call would be received, if they would have time to talk, maybe they were busy or whatever. So I didn't know, how long these calls, if they were going to last for a few minutes, or well, maybe 1 minute or a few minutes, or maybe an hour. And it was really, really nice, actually. Hey.
Yeah.
And they were really, really open to talk about how they conduct their business, and because really from all the phone calls, I understood that there's a lot of frustration in the market because, really the systems that are there, they're outdated, they're fragmented systems, and they're uninspired. And trainers are so frustrated with what they have to use, because they have to, again, it comes back to actually they have to make multiple entries of the same data into different systems, and it's just so much hardship. So they were really, really open to talking to me about what would make their life easier and how they think that they could run their operations smoother. So those calls were actually like vital to the software. As well. And I think that that's probably the most important thing to do is actually talk to the end consumer to make sure you have it right. Because initially when I had the idea, I really had a good feeling that I was, I had an idea that was really going to help horse trainers. And then further on, then I picked up the phone and talked to a few trainers. but more recently then over 100, because now I have solid data that confirms that I'm on the right track.
Yeah, that's something that I totally proud of you, because in the beginning when I started my YouTube channel, so I always ask my friends, oh, watch my video. But at the end, I realized only if the strangers start to watch and then like goes to more and more strangers, then only the product can be a success. Yeah. So, but you did that, and you already made the goal to daily run at least 5 horse trainers. I feel that, working in a company is like we stick on the same job, but working for our own startup is like we are playing multiple roles: marketing, sales, and the project manager, and even the product, each single side, and we can learn lots of things. Yeah. So that's things I feel that you did so amazing job, and I sincerely wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Ken.
Yeah, thank you.
This has been a great experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.